training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Gun.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. The Bengals at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Returnable for Grant. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
To throw is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where Every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Taken from just outside the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
The Burrow's throw there complete to Myers. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. It's Mixon on the counter. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going for it. Here's Davis Price.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Chubb again. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Watson now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fielded at the 20.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals take over first and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Mixon going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Brings up second and goal at the Browns 5-yard line.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
And they're able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points. So that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
The stop there by Jay Tufele.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep.
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis-Price.
And some room to maneuver. And how about that for just running out the clock?
86 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On third down, here's Davis Price.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Watson just beating the play clock.
This complete to David Bell. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Faking the give. Now Watson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Watson off play action. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Play action. It's Burrow.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Huge article in their local paper this morning saying how the 4 interceptions last week led them to that victory. Here they haven't been able to come up with one, and they're losing. Probably not a coincidence.
I don't think so at all. I think you're spot on, but maybe they put a little extra pressure on themselves because the 4 interceptions last week, victory. Right now, no interceptions in this game. Had a chance for one, missed it, and they're losing. Probably feeling the pressure right now.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions. It nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jacoby Myers, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From the 41, Watson. Throw complete to Bell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now it's Mixon running right. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's caught by Myers. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Now Joe Mixon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9.
Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Davis-Price will try to pick it up.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. That was off kilter. Offense up front. Everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play. Absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Watson on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Now it's Watson.
That's complete to Bell over the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
To throw, Watson.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverage.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Even after the penalty, trailing in the 4th, they've still got to go. It's 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
They'll give this to Davis Price running right.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to perhaps salt this one away. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. One last throw here for Watson.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson.
A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out in the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens